Happy Wednesday, dudes. I hope you all had a great St. Patrick's Day. It's kind of my favorite holiday. It's a party. It's a party. But for today, we are going to look over Ozzy Osbourne's Bark at the Moon versus King Diamond's Fatal Portrait. What I really liked about this album is how dark and eerie it was, and it was just really creepy, and the picture, it fit with the sound, you know? It's really cool. I really love those good fast guitar riffs going on. Bark at the Moon was a really great song to start out the album with, especially because it's the title and also the fact that it is interesting. You got a fast guitar, and the rest of the album also has a really fast guitar, following the same theme, but at the same time, they're different. You're No Different was a song I really liked a lot, especially because it's dark and eerie, but at the same time, it's not like other dark and eerie songs. It's very emotional. And what I mean by that is it kind of, like, a lot of times dark and eerie songs, they just focus on the fact of being creepy and weirding you out. But with You're No Different, it kind of embellishes and goes beyond the surface and hits a different, like a whole meaning behind it. There's very deep rooted. I don't know if I'm explaining this right, but that's kind of how I feel when I listen to the song. I don't feel the same way as I usually do when I listen to other dark and eerie songs. Often people compare So Tired to the Beatles, and I'm not like confused, but to me they don't sound anything alike. Like, I've given the Beatles chances after chances because they're always being fucking pushed no matter what decade you are fucking in, and I don't like their music. I don't think they're great at all. I don't think they're a great band because I listen to great bands. I know what makes a great band. I know what makes a great song. And the Beatles don't have it to me, and they're just too popish, and it's just really annoying for me. And their compositions, and when you listen to each instrument that is being brought in, it's not like how this song is. So Tired is a more complicated composition. The Beatles don't really have complicated compositions. Just because you're adding in weird sounds and weird voices in your music doesn't mean it's complicated. You're just trying to be different. That's not what makes a complicated, layered song. The album goes by really fast, but it's in a good way. And what I mean by that is that each song, I'm hearing each song, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, we're here already. But I'm still hearing it, you know? And what makes this album an album I like a lot, like why I like it so much, is because when you look at this album, you just think, oh, it's Ozzy Osbourne being weird and dark again, like he was with Black Sabbath. But there's more to it. And dude, I love Black Sabbath. But Ozzy Osbourne's not just being weird and creepy. He's doing some, I don't know, it's like, even though the album's really weird, it's beautiful, and it has other elements besides being weird. I don't know, that's kind of that's what I get out of listening to this album, especially because we had the listening sesh. I really got to actually look at this album as an album that is being put together, and an album that is being not only put together in order, but musically put together. So I really got to get a taste of that and what's really going on in Ozzy's mind. Oh, and one more thing. I really, really like Bob Daisley's bass on these songs. Hot bass. hot bass. On Haunted, I really love like the sliding effect on the guitar. It's like really cool. And then like there's a really cool like heavy bass sound that is also being profounded on the song. I don't know if I used that word right. King Diamond was truly a treat to listen to, and this King Diamond in general just really started the darker, heavier sound of metal in Scandinavia. And what I really liked about this album, of course, was the darkness, but also there was kind of a religious thing going on, and the religious theme kind of adds on to more of the creepiness, and I like that. It really gives more layers, especially because it is also compared to Dorian Gray, right? Yes. All right. The Candle had it was a really good opening song, and it had a very cool effect, like that church sound, like the organ. Yes, the organ. I really like the effect it had, and especially goes with the theme of the album, especially like I mentioned, Dorian Gray, and that deals with the 10th commandment, right? So the whole darkness thing with King Diamond, I do not think it's cheesy at all. I actually do think it's cool, because a lot of times when people try to basically fluctuate with the whole theme of darkness, like it does get cheesy a lot, because especially this happened a lot in the fucking 2000s. They thought they were cool for being dark, and they really fucking weren't. They were just a bunch of lame gay wads. But anyway, like this is cool, because what makes darkness cool is, first of all, you not trying to be dark, and it's something you really believe, and it's something that you just are. And also, what also makes it really cool is when you take the theme of darkness and there's still a light in there. You know, there still has to be the light in the darkness. And that's what makes the darkness pop, and that's what makes the darkness cool. Both albums, which is kind of why we did this listening sesh for both of them, is because they both feature that creepy, howling, darky feel. And they both feature very awesome, fast guitar riffs, which I'm a really big fan of. And then their bass is heavy as shit, and I like some heavy shit bassing, okay? So like, we forgot to ask you guys who you're voting for on our show. Sorry for that. So we just want to let you know that we chose Ozzy, Bark at the Moon. But if you want to let us know who you chose on our social media or down at the comments below, let us know, because we fucking dropped the ball there. But anyway, I want to let you guys know to have a great day. Hope you had a great St. Patty's Day again. And stay metal. And also, it's not easy being green.